Good morning, football fans. How y'all doing today? It's Monday. It's the 10th day of February 2025. It's about 8:30 here at Site B. We survived the Super Bowl and the food and the halftime show. And I guess depending upon who your team was last night, you either had a really good evening or a really bad evening. For those of us out there who were interested in the big geek moments, the films that we saw trailers for, I don't know. I was kind of disappointed. But we had the trailer for Jurassic World: The Rebirth. I don't know why we need a new Jurassic Park movie, but any chance to see dinosaurs eat dumb humans is I'm a fan of. Of course, we had the trailer for part 2 of the final Mission Impossible film featuring Tom Cruise, who apparently may have had some work done on the old face. We had the trailer for the Thunderbolts, the new Marvel action comedy, I don't know, follow-up to Captain America. We had a trailer for a movie called F1, which is about racing. The trailer for the Smurfs of all things, and I think there was one more, but I completely forgot what it was. Nothing really stood out. I think I was kind of hoping to see the new Superman trailer, or I don't know. All in all, the ads were meh. The halftime show was okay. The game was blah. Enough sports talk. Let's get into the freebies. That's right. We're going through the list of free PDFs, PDFs, sales, and of course the bundles. Yeah, right. All these are PDFs unless I specifically say otherwise. And remember, as always, please, before downloading and installing anything, check them for viruses, malware, and phishing stuff. That is the thing still happening. There's apparently another huge hacking thing going around. So yeah, be careful. And right on top, we have this handsome fellow and not the kids from the cartoon. And a piece of art that they're going to claim is not AI. Here we have not Hank, not Presto, and the other three. And then this guy over here has an arrow in the back of his head, even though the arrow is pointing that way. And apparently only one of them remembered to bring a sword. I think this guy's got a sword on his back, or he's got an arrow in his back. I'm not sure. But this guy definitely has seen better days. He's got a hole in his chest. And then standing over all of this is this not Vecna-looking Red Wizard of Thay, who's got a bunch of undead crawling out behind him. And yeah, AI? I don't know. Definitely some weirdness going on. Anyways, this is a freebie on D&D Beyond called Hold Back the Dead, featuring all the monsters that they could swarm into it from the new monster manual, where you got to do stuff against undead. We've got an adventure from Malachi von Uden called Cheese Goblins. Well, that sounds like wonderful. It's an adventure where you have to deal with a bunch of Cheez-Its obsessed goblins. Sounds like something I would write. We've got Death House Midnight Rose from Excalibur Pen. It's an adventure set in, of all places, but Ravenloft, where you have to rescue a young woman who's been kidnapped by a monster. We've got Purple Reaping, The Roots of Madness, a 5e horror sword and sorcery setting inspired by Conan and Elric. 70-page book is divided into a bunch of different adventures and source books and lore and special rules for the setting of Purple Reaping. It's available in both English and Italian. Frontier Games and Publishing has released Volume 2 of their Volume 2, Issue 33 of their OSR zine Star Frontier Man. This has got new equipment, critters, adversaries, adventures, RPG advice, and other stuff for sci-fi. Volume 2, Issue 33. So I don't know what that means. They've released it twice, and this is the second release, or this is the second collection. But no. Lightning round, we've got to look at this. Oh my God, a whole bunch of stuff. At least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 10, 15 freebies available. Looking for maps and options and just a general plethora. I love that word, plethora of stuff for your D20 game of choice, specifically for that D20 game of choice that we're not talking about. Moving on to Sadles. Handshot first, except in this one, hands a wolf. This one looks like some type of adventure called for Starfinder First Edition. From Chaosium has got a sale on Call of Cthulhu. We've got this huge bundle of Call of Cthulhu stuff that we talked about, including the entire catalog of Call of Cthulhu titles that are available in that $600 mega package. But if you're just looking to pick and choose your way through Chaosium Call of Cthulhu PDF, they're all 20% off. Drive 2 also has the Miskatonic Repository one-on-one scenario bundle. It's perfect for those who want some one-on-one cosmic horror on their Valentine's Day. It's got 15 different scenarios for $32. O&KC Steffen's game company, Rogue Genius Game. You remember our buddy O&KC Steffens, who just recently had a bout of cancer. We've got the Starfinder First Edition Blowout. It's a massive discount in the collection of third-party Starfinder stuff made by O&KC Steffens and other people like him. And I guess that's what this thing is right here. I didn't shoot first. You was dead when I got here. Then that's $20. And then Skirmish Publishing has released a horror adventure called the Horror Setting Bundle. It's got random tables for horror stuff, creepy old house generator, creepy graveyard generator, creepy vampire lair generator, adventures and source books and other stuff, all horror themed, running around $20 for that box. Moving on to the charity bundles and sales, we've got continuing with the bundle for Daryl Mott. Daryl Mott, as you know, is the individual who originally started making all these links available for us. We wouldn't have much of this channel without these links, so we appreciate Daryl very much. And yeah, support him if you've got a chance, because yeah, it's a GoFundMe. Itch.io has the Best of 2024 RPG bundle for TEP. I don't know what TEP is. I suppose that's a charity. Let's find out. Oh, it's trans empowerment. Okay. For trans empowerment. So if you're looking to support some, trans charity, we've got this bundle from Itch.io, including adventures for 5e, Pirate Borg, 39 different other things, $11. Bundle of Holding has got a Punch Nazis bundle. We talked about this one. It's a bunch of games about fighting against the mysterious, unseen enemies, specifically, Nazis. But we've got some Star Wars adventures in here. We've got some Apocalypse Frames adventures in here. We've got some Moonpunk, Misspent Youth, just sort of a collection of games all built around sort of the theme of punching extremely overpressive, powerful government type thingies that may or may not be Nazis. $13. This goes to support charities that want to keep the Constitution running. The Center for Constitutional Rights. We've got the Dungeon Master Essentials Miniature and Scenery Bundle. This is packed full of miniatures for a 3D printer. So definitely, how many times can I say definitely, if you're going to get this one, check it for viruses and stuff like that. We've got at least 95, it says, bundles of those printer files if you're lucky enough to own a 3D printer or have access to somebody who does have 3D printers. And this goes to support Make-A-Wish, which is a great charity. Dice Geeks has a collection of random tables for you to use, mostly fantasy, but you can be using for anything. It also includes superheroes, fantasy, historical, cyberpunk, and more. 4 books of random tables for the Children's Network of Miracles, so that's to support children's hospitals, and that's $18. Dynamite, Paizo, and Humble have a collection of the Pathfinder and Starfinder comics, at least 10 episodes, if not more, for a total of 71 comics in this collection for the Pathfinder, Starfinder comic books that came out from Dynamite over the years, $18, and it goes to World Builders. Richard and Wendy Penny are bringing us back ElfQuest, and we've got an ElfQuest bundle. This goes to support food banks, $18, gets you a whole bunch of issues and collections of the wonderfully amazing ElfQuest comic book graphic novel series. Who here remembers ElfQuest? I remember it got really big for some reason around 1983, 84, and like everybody I knew at college was suddenly an ElfQuest fan for no rhyme or reason I could think of. But yeah, I just remember suddenly like it just blew through college like a hot summer breeze, and suddenly everybody was like gophers coming out of their hole going, ElfQuest, 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 ElfQuest. And then it just sort of faded away. That lasted for about a month, 2 months, and then suddenly everybody was like, what were we just talking about? I don't know. Something about elves on wolves? It was weird. You know, there's always those weird moments of gaming life where you're just like, huh, why'd that happen? Sometimes you understand it completely. Oh yeah, I can see why that happened. Other times, like that experience of the brief fascination with ElfQuest, or of course my very weird experience with Fate, the role-playing game, where you're like, I don't know what just happened or why, and I may go to my grave never knowing why that happened. And this is just one of those things. So yeah, there's my personal experience with ElfQuest, but I am aware of it, and it is a wonderful comic book from way back when. And I believe there is some hemming and hawing of bringing it back in some form. So yeah, I assume other people's experiences with the ElfQuest are far less strange than mine, but you never know. Anyways, that's it. What stands out this week besides the ElfQuest thing? Yeah, you know, nothing. Yeah. We have no idea what movie you're trying to emulate with this cover, guys. Well, cheese goblins. I mean, how can you not love goblins? How can you not love cheese? How can you not love cheese goblins that are trying to get goblins of cheese, or cheese full of goblins, or big? I just can imagine a big giant pot of molten cheese and a goblin willingly diving into it to go swimming. Woohoo! It's sort of like Scrooge McDuck. And yeah, just, you know, goblins covered with melted cheese, goblins grabbing and trying to steal cheese. Why are they trying to steal cheese? I don't know. It sounds wonderful. And then we have this D&D Beyond nightmare of, oh, this is not AI. Somebody drew this. No, they didn't. But don't take my word for it. Links down below if any of these sound exciting to you. Yeah, pick them up. Most of them are free or really, really cheap. And, you know, always fun to pick up a new adventure or whatever that can maybe help out your campaign or give you some ideas or whatever. That's it for today. Nothing really special. Have a great week. This the second week of January. Hopefully you all recovered from the Super Bowl and got home safe last night.
Roll the dice and ride the wave. Quest and dragons, the news we crave. Under neon lights we take a stand. Knights and wizards across the land.